let's continue conquering the galaxy by clicking some mouse buttons. I've been away for more than 2 days and now I have some materials to use. Being away for that long also gave me some achievements. I can now join a guild. You can be a scavenger for an active play, a trader for a passive play, or an hybrid called scientist. I've decided to go with scientist. This means I've unlocked some upgrades relative to an hybrid playthrough. I spend now all my experience by upgrading the ships, so I can go and conquer another planet. I'm gonna need a lot of resources because the next tier of upgrades is very expensive. While destroying asteroids, I encountered a strange green asteroid, and it increased my fuel production. Since the next upgrades are gonna require some fuel, I'm gonna wait for a bit and then buy them. I'm now unlocking an upgraded version of the miner and the solar panel, which is the fusion reactor. I don't have any more space left, so I'm gonna have to remove a solar panel. And bam, now I have a new way to collect energy. More power, more achievements. Then I did some manual combat so I could destroy the next planet. This means I have a new chunk, one more maximum ship, and a new ship model. I've then decided to try out the new asteroid harvester, which is an upgraded mine. As with the reactor, it requires more resources, but it is more efficient. And by farming a little bit of metal, I could upgrade it to level 5. Also, every achievement counts, because it improves my resource collection. There's also a special asteroid, which is red, and it allows me to collect more rewards from the asteroids. I've then unlocked the next tier for the fuel pump. And proceeded to buy more upgrades to progress. The combat screen is becoming more and more fun as I'm gathering more ships. To beat the next boss and conquer the planet, I need more experience so I can improve my ships. So I'm going to level up the academies. And this is how I've built my first blue tier. Every once in a while I try to find the strange asteroid because it gives you a big boost. I can now buy very important upgrades, which are ascensions or chunk quirks. This means buildings now have a multiplier based on which chunk they are positioned, but I have to discover them. And ascensions are the typical progress reset you encounter in every clicker game. Right now ascending will give me 203 candies, but I will try to reach a bigger number. I still have a boss to beat, but right now it is killing all my units. I've just discovered my first multiplier. On the island chunk there is 1.2 energy production and 0.5 metal production. This means that my mine is currently worthless on the island, so I will just destroy it. With 2.5 million metal, now I can afford my first guild upgrade. Then I've decided to battle the boss with just wasps and see how it goes. And I must say that this was a really good idea. I have now more stuff and I can push some more candies for this ascension. Color Boros full. Achievement obtained. Achievement obtained. That's a lot of imagination for a name. I've also unlocked every chunk type. That means there are only 5. By building in the desert, I've noticed that it has a fuel production bonus. And after checking the cost of the next upgrades, I realized that I've hit a wall. And it is time to do my first ascension. Should I? Yes. I can now spend my candies for some permanent upgrades, or I can leave them for a single % bonus production. I'm unlocking basic synergies, which I'm discovering later, and cooking delights, which unlocks cooking. And this leaves me at 161 candies left. This means I will have 161% bonus to production in the next run. Now I will have to do all over again, just with more content. After reading the manual for a bit, I've decided to experiment with the synergies. If I can keep all the solar panels distant, I can have a boost to its production. And if I can keep all the mines together, then I can get a boost as well. If I keep using the synergies correctly and discover all the synergies for all the buildings, I can progress much faster. 10 minutes later, I've conquered my first planet again, unlocked a new chunk, and I've also enabled cooking. Every time I conquer a new planet, I can choose between 3 ingredients, and every different ingredient gives a different boost, and I've decided to go with the egg for an energy boost. I had to choose the guild for a second time, and I've chosen scientist again. I must say that unlocking ascensions was really fast this time, as it passed around only 20 minutes of time. Then I've unlocked the island chunk again, and I've immediately discovered that it is a really good chunk for energy buildings. Also, I had to pick 3 more ingredients. The basic chunk also gives a boost to mining. The reactors also complement solar panels. This means it's a good idea to keep them both. Ascending right now will give me 150 candies. I will try to gather up at least 500. One less planet, one more chunk, and more ingredients. I've then proceeded to mine for a while to gather up ingredients and get to my first level 100 mine. And the dark chunk provides a 15% bonus if there are no energy production buildings in the chunk. By discovering new bonuses, I'm moving a lot of buildings to create more synergies. Also, my first level 50 pump. The upgrades are starting to cost a little too much again. Then I pushed some active combat so I could get to level 20 and then fail miserably at the boss. Then I've used my unbeatable technique of all wasp fleet and killed the boss. Then I went for a short vacation, so I can ascend with 1850 candies. Previously I thought that I unlocked cooking, but I've only unlocked the ingredients, so this time I'm unlocking cooking, a new building called the Replicator, and a 20% discount on upgrades that I bought in previous ascensions. That requires overtime. And here we go again. I am now checking cooking, and it seems that you have to find out the recipes by combining the basic ingredients. Nope. 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 Maybe I'll try some other time. And after defeating another boss, I decided to pick an item that I don't have. Maybe with water I can combine something. Yes, first try. I can cook now,
Apocalypse marshmallows.
but for the time being I will keep the ingredients. Oh, and I've also unlocked quark soup. And I kept upgrading my base to conquer the next planet. pick a new ingredient, and start finding more recipes. Like for example, the cryogenic lemonade. Then I built the replicator because I thought it would give me an achievement, but it didn't, so I destroyed it. Then I kept experimenting by picking a new ingredient and finding new recipes. Like this nice ice cream, or this chocolate, or this omelette. Mmm. After upgrading some buildings, building fusion reactors, I managed to get to 500 energy. Now to progress furthermore, I will have to reach at least 5000 candy and unlock advanced synergies. This is the reason I am going to AFK for a while. So, have a good night.